It's the Brian and Kendra Show with Brian Cook and Kendra Cox of Keller Williams Realty Elite.
I am Kendra Cox.
I'm Brian Cook.
Between the two of us, we have over 30 years of experience.
Sharing real estate tips and advice. Right here on Classic Hits 1073.
Hey, we're here. This is the Brian Kendra Show.
Yes, and we are in our office studio.
Yes.
We have Jake Purcell.
Hello,
Jake, you are with.
JCP Services.
So you're one of our sponsors. We're super excited to have you. We had you, Brian said, back in December.
I think that's right.
I had no idea it'd been that long. We're glad that you're back.
Yes.
Okay, so we're pre-recording. This is actually not Thursday at 5:30 p.m.
No, it's
because
not
I'm taking a
Tuesday at 2 o'clock
vacation.
either.
I'm going to start my vacation as soon as we're finished with this.
Yes.
Probably not really,
Except
but
for some things we got to get done.
except for those things I have to do. And then I wasn't going to work tomorrow, and it kind of looks like maybe a little bit.
So I'm showing like 14 houses tomorrow, so
Yes, but then I'm going to turn off the phone eventually.
yes,
Okay.
like tonight.
Yeah, probably
The world won't
probably
go down.
tomorrow about 3:30
I might
is
cry.
probably what's going to happen.
But the world will keep turning.
Will you video that?
And this weekend when I hurt myself, every time I got out of my pickup.
Yeah, you are funny.
So yeah, we're here, radio show, and we're talking about real estate. We get off that subject. So we are not technical people.
I was
so
going to say, guess what we're not? You are
we
not
are-
sound guy. You are not producer. You are not.
we brought
audio,
up one
video.
camera, we switched cameras, found cords. Now we're recording like 4 different ways.
I feel like there's 17 cameras on us, Jake.
Something's going to work, and if it doesn't, it
I
didn't
just
work.
feel sorry for Carrick and Branson because they have to fix our mess.
That's all right. We're going to do it. So we're going to talk about termites today and what that has to do with real estate, and it'll be good stuff. So you want to do a quick break?
No, I want you to do market update real quick.
Oh, let's do that real quick. So can I play my music?
We're just going to take a little now.
You can't hear the music, but I can. So here we are. Market update. It is August 25th. And so active live listings today, there was 92, 94 last week. Their new listings in Woodward were 4 in the city in 73801. There's still 38 pending contracts, which is still that's really good. 26 in Woodward, so we're down just a little bit, but we closed a whole bunch of stuff last week.
We sure did. You were gone.
I was gone, thanks. And still things happen. It's amazing. It's like I don't even really work.
Ain't the
Here's
truth.
nothing's going to get done the rest of this week. So
That's just not true. No, I'm kidding.
So there are closings in Northwest Oklahoma was 8, 7 in Woodward in the last 7 days, which there's actually more. This is residential, so there's some more land and commercial and stuff. So
Okay.
8 months of inventory, so we're declining. We were at 10 months September or July 30th. Now we're at 8 months, which the market is getting better. So
That's great.
still getting better. We're still out hunting houses for people. Like we show them everything on the market, and they're like, well, that didn't quite fit us. So
Yeah. So
You sure?
tomorrow you're showing 8 houses. You said.
12.
Oh, maybe I wasn't listening.
Yeah,
And at least 4 of those are not listed.
yeah, 4 of those are not listed. So those are, and this is a unique customer. He's moving to Woodward, which is awesome. People in
Yes.
Woodward. And he said, hey, I have 1 day to find me a house, and I'll be there at 10 a.m. and I'm leaving town tomorrow evening. So make sure you have enough houses that I have all my choices. So we have a few people, of course, that are like, hey, I'd sell on the right, whatever. So we threw them in there. We're going to see what happens. So.
I always wonder those people whenever they say that to you if they realize that you're really going to take them up on that because you've moved some people out of their homes.
Yes. Hey, you said you'd sell. Yeah. Can you move Thursday?
Jake, you interested in selling?
No.
Good answer. Unless you want to
When
sell
we
it.
were waiting for Brian to get this all set up and we were talking about if I'm taking a vacation or a staycation because,
Right.
I can do whatever I want to. I just got to make a
So you
decision.
don't answer
I'm
when I
not
call.
good at decisions. I'm not going to answer when you call. Anyway, Jake said he has made his home exactly what he wants, so he would like to be there. I think that's brilliant. I love
Yes.
that you said that because that's what we do is we want to help people find that place that they want to be. And you do. You have a beautiful home.
Thank you.
Yes.
But I love your location because you're kind of out in the country, but you're like right in town. It's
In
like,
city limits, but
it's
right
stinking
on the edge of
perfect.
town, yeah.
Yes.
You have
It's
all the
perfect.
amenities of paved roads and cleaning the snow off your driveway or your street in front of you.
Yeah, well, that's
Well,
sometimes
don't
a bit
get
too
crazy.
far. Yeah.
So,
But you've got trees, and I mean, it really is. It's a beautiful location. You've got a great property, so that's awesome that your home is where you don't mind taking a vacation. You don't mind a staycation.
Right, yeah.
I don't mind a staycation either. I just need to.
your kids to go on vacation?
I don't know. I don't think my kids will listen. I just need a little break from my kids.
Yes. That's why pools are so popular right now with the whole COVID thing. Pools are pretty popular because people are having to stay home.
You have a pool. Can I send my kids to you for a couple days?
You talk to my wife, but
That's a good answer.
yeah.
One of them cleans.
Yes.
One of them makes messes. All right.
Okay,
Anyway.
let's do a quick commercial break and we'll get right back to it.
CoverZone is a multi-generational company serving Northwest Oklahoma in commercial and residential needs. Plumbing, air conditioning, heaters, refrigeration, sewer and drain cleaning, backhoe trencing, and crane service. And they are your geothermal specialists. Contact them at 580-254-5864 or stop by 116 East Main Street.
It's the 5 hours you spend in the kitchen mastering your famous recipe or spending quality time with your family. Other insurance companies may just see it as a house. It's not just a house, it's your home. Hi, I'm State Farm Agent Kevin Kanzler, and I see your home as the time and memories you put into them. I understand what your things really mean to you, and I'm here to help give them the protection they deserve. My office is located on the corner of 13th and Oklahoma and Woodward, or call me at 580-256-2216 for your home insurance today.
OnPoint Land Survey can take care of all your residential, commercial, and industrial survey needs. This family-owned and operated business proudly serves Northwest Oklahoma and Southwest Kansas. These lifelong Northwest Oklahoma residents with over 19 years of experience are ready to serve you with the latest equipment and capable trucks to get your job done. Call OnPoint Land Survey today at 580-256-6757 or at 1918 Main Street in Woodward, Oklahoma, or visit their website at onpointlandsurveyok.com. Professional, trusted, local.
This is Todd McHugh
And Jackie Jones.
with Woodward County Abstract, Dewey County Abstract, and Fairview Abstract. I would like to thank everyone in Woodward and Northwest Oklahoma for choosing us for their real estate title and closing needs this past year. We will be offering new services in 2020, including bilingual closings, internet closings, and digital abstracting.
We look forward to making real estate closings faster, simpler, and more efficient for you in the future.
We want to thank you for your continued support and business.
Hi, I'm Connie Rowland in the Mortgage Department at Bank 7. Bank 7 is a full-service bank with over 40 years of combined experience. Melinda Russo and I are a dynamic duo team committed to making your loan process smooth. With a variety of loan products, we would love to sit down with you and discuss your loan options in person, or we offer online and over-the-phone application processing. The Woodward branch is located at 34th in Oklahoma. Find us online at mortgage.bank7.com, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Bank 7 is an equal housing lender in MLS 677297. Phone 580-254-0100, where our best investment is you.
All right, we're back.
Okay, so Brian and Kendra Show. We have guest Jake Persall with JCP Services.
Hello.
Hello. Super excited to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've already talked a little bit that we've had you on before, and we talked about termites and different things, but let's talk about me first. Okay, first. Okay, first things first. I've been in my little tiny cute house for a couple years now, but I was kind of being a cheapskate, or I don't know, maybe I was just overwhelmed with my little tiny cute house. But I didn't have you spray until spring. And I finally had you spray because that's one of the services that you provide.
Mm-hmm.
So you do some lawn care and you do some.
Just regular pest control,
Yes.
spiders and whatnot.
So you sprayed for spiders, but you sprayed for stickers for me too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. It didn't work. Just kidding. I mean, my
If-
whole
if
yard
you-
was
if
weeds
you-
and stickers. I can tell a difference, and some of the weeds are gone. Okay, so here's the big thing. So we've been picking stickers
Mm-hmm.
in my yard. Is that a good idea? Do I have to do that?
So sandburrs, if you've spent any time in Northwest Oklahoma, they're a part of life. Just kind of, that's just a fact of life.
I don't really think that's the answer I was looking for, Jake.
Well, there's no easy answer for sandburrs, and unfortunately, there's no one solution. If you're serious about getting rid of sandburrs, it takes several things, and spraying is just a part of it. But you know, whenever you have a good, well-established lawn, that is
What
that
if
is
you
one.
don't?
So that makes it tough.
Concrete.
Yeah. So good solid grass, that helps. And whenever you mow, if you can bag, and then as the sandburs produce seed heads, you're capturing them and not replanting them in the yard. That helps. If you can dig some plants, that helps. And if you combine all those with a spray program, you will eventually, over time, work the sandbirds out.
All right, so spray program, because this is one of the things that we keep talking about, because my daughter is like, if you'd have had Jake do this 3 years ago, no. Like, for reals, I'm getting reprimanded all the time from my kid. So, I had you come, like, I don't know what that was, February, March, probably.
Yeah, March, kind of.
So next you're going to come in October.
Yes, we do a round in the fall. Now the round in the fall it's really not targeting sandburs. It's just kind of getting some of the, the nice purple carpet you see in some yards in the spring.
Yeah, but that's the only ground cover I have, except for the stickers.
Well, some of the nice broadleaf weeds you see in the spring, that fall spray takes care of that, so you don't have all that stuff next spring.
Now, do I have you spray another time in between February and October?
Well, for going after sandburs, so the early round that you do in March, that February-March round, you're putting down a pre-emergent to try to stop some sandburs from coming up.
Okay.
And that's not going to be 100%. That's going to get a percentage of them. And that pre-emergent is not, you get 3 to 4 months residual out of it. So if you spray that in, say, March, you're going to buy, June, July, that pre-emergent's kind of done its thing that's wearing off.
That's where I missed, is I should have had you come back in June or July.
In fact, I think there's 2 breeds of sandburs. There's one that comes up in April, May, and then one that comes up in August, September, correct?
Those seeds, so they start germinating when the soil temps get like above 50 degrees, and then they'll continually germinate throughout the summer. I mean, they start, in say late April, kind of whenever the soil temps get up, but they can germinate throughout the summer. So after that pre-emergence wore off in June, there could be some seeds start germinating then. And then we catch some of these summers where we've had these late July, August rains.
Right.
And then, your pre-emergence gone, and then bam, here come the sandburs.
So probably 2 pre-emergents.
Yeah, usually.
You spray it a second time, so I've only dealt with the sticker syndrome once.
Brag.
On some rental property, and we sprayed, we did a granule pre-emergent, and then we sprayed, once they started germinating, the ones they did, we sprayed them with an MSMA, and then we waited, and when June or July we pre-emergent again, and in August we sprayed again. It was amazing.
Yeah, we have our program when we do the early round with the pre-emergent, and then our second round is kind of after that germination period, and that's in that May-June time window, and we put another round of pre-emergent, and then there's technically the MSMA has been outlawed for lawns, so we don't use that anymore. But so anyway, but we use a post-emergent that works on the crabgrass and sandburs and helps, and really, if I go into a property and we do a full spray program, if we cut the sandburs in half every year, I consider that a successful. Some years we'll do a lot better than that.
Yeah. And
then we'll catch a year, some reason the conditions are just weird, and we don't do that good. I bet there's no guarantees.
So back to your original statement, a well taken care of.
That water and fertilizer.
There you go. So I've told when people are looking at houses with me, sometimes I just tell them, hey, if you'll just put a lot of water and a lot of nitrogen down, you'll get rid of them stickers.
Yes. I mean, Bermuda grass is very competitive. So if you have a Bermuda grass lawn and you kept it watered and fed, it's going to crowd about everything else out. I mean.
Well, here's the deal. My daughter actually said, Mom, if you have Jake spray for weeds, we're not going to have anything but dirt.
I've seen that happen before. We sprayed a yard and they called us back because they said, we don't have a yard. I'm like, well.
That's because you only have weeds.
Yeah. Our spray targets everything you have growing.
All right, so water, fertilize, keep picking stickers, get on the spray regimen. Okay, that's not really why you're here, but here
it's good information because if you go to sell your house,
Yep.
this is all about houses, and you go to sell houses, and if you're just all stickers, it's not very.
It's a
pretty.
deterrent.
It's
It
like the house we
absolutely
went to
is.
today was like, yeah, you walked around out here barefoot, there was no stickers in our yard. And I was like, that's impressive.
And I really wanted to take her up on it because, I mean, her
Fantastic.
lawn looked like carpet. Like,
Yeah.
it was absolutely gorgeous.
It is possible, but it
she's
does take
also
work.
retired. I'm not. I mean, so we're on vacation. All right, so next up, termites.
Termites.
Okay, so you have this amazing termite bait system that I am excited for you to tell about. But since we're talking about me again, my darling daughter also pushed me a little bit the other day, and she's like, "Mom, there's no way you're gonna get that weight machine in our garage." And I'm like, "Girl, I'll do it now just because you said I won't." So we were cleaning. I don't mean her, because she was not gonna help, because then that would not help her chances of being right. So we were cleaning the garage. Whenever I move some things, I see some stuff on my sheetrock, and I'm like, snap! I gotta have Jake come because I'm concerned that I might have found some. I don't see any bugs, but I think that I might have some evidence of previous termites. So I'm telling you this. I want you to tell everybody what that looks like.
Well, a lot of times when we're inspecting a house that's a fully built house and has sheetrock on the walls and everything, really a lot of the only visible evidence that we get to see of termites is them getting in the sheetrock and eating the paper. The paper is, it's a cellulose material, just like the 2x4 studs
Does it taste
are.
like sugar?
I don't think so. I've not tried it personally,
It's not
but
for me, y'all. I had sprees in my office. Hello.
But it does seem that termites prefer paper off of sheetrock. That is one of their favorite food sources. So
I think
they
it's their
will.
dessert.
So they will make all kinds of nifty little tunnels, and they will eat the paper behind the paint and leave the paint on the wall. So you'll have this weird looking pattern, and you rub your hand over it and it cracks and the paint falls off, and then you see the evidence of termites behind it. But so that's definitely one of the things we look for in inspections, is seeing where they've been in the sheetrock.
Clear out to where you see mud sticking out of the walls.
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay, when you say mud, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Whenever you say mud, it's a tricky term, because you say mud and I think mud puddle. And what I see on the wall, whenever we're saying, oh, there's a mud tunnel, is not the same as what we're seeing outside. So describe mud a little bit so people kind of have an idea.
Okay, so termites, they're a colony insect, lives in the ground like ants. They maintain a colony in the soil, but they're not as hardy as ants, and they need moisture. If they dry out, they die. So they build these shelter tubes between their ground, in the ground, and they'll build a shelter tube up to their food source, and then they travel back and forth. So that mud, they'll make these mud tubes that you'll see up like on a stem wall of a house or something, and that's when you say them. Some.
I thought so.
Or when you see the exit holes in the wall somewhere.
Yes.
And yes, that's where they will make a hole and push their waste out.
And that's where I was going next, even because that was one, and that shocked me. And this has probably been, this has been a few years, but I was at a termite inspection, and like I hadn't seen, I had watched him the whole time, and I had not seen anything. And then he goes, oh, there it is, right as we were leaving. Oh, there, she's got termites. And it was these little teeny tiny, we're talking pinpricks.
Yeah, look like a nail hole where somebody hung a
Yes.
picture on the wall.
And the lady, what's funny is the homeowner said, I keep wiping that down and it just keeps coming back. It's because it was termite poo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where their waste, yeah.
Jake doesn't like it when I say poo. So really it could be like wood debris or whatever.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's probably poo. Okay, anyway,
All
so.
right, let's grow up. You just have to say it on the radio.
I have to be so professional sometimes, and then sometimes it's okay, I think, to just say it what it is. All right, so tell us a little bit about what an inspection looks like, an average cost of an inspection. Tell us a little bit about how you go and search for termites.
Well, so an
Do
inspection.
you bring them with you?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately I don't do that. But, no, so it's a visual inspection. It's non-destructive. I don't knock any holes in the wall or do anything like that. So we're just going off of what we can see. So, that leaves a lot of room for error. Unfortunately, there's no good easy solutions to see inside the walls behind the sheetrock. So.
Right. Okay, I have this fabulous poster of Nolan Ryan in the kitchen. Fabulous. Thank you, boss. Are you going to pull Nolan Ryan away from the wall so you can see behind him?
It depends.
On how heavy he is?
If I'm in a house, I'm not going to tear anything up. So you know, if I can look around stuff without worrying about damage in somebody's property, I will. But, you know, sometimes in a house that is fully occupied, there's a lot of areas I just can't see because
It's tricky, isn't
yeah.
it?
So, you know, with appliances and furniture and all that stuff, there's sure a lot of hidden areas that are, you know, even an empty house has a lot of hidden areas.
Right.
But, you know, a fully furnished house is that much harder to see, so.
There's been a few, so in a home inspection, there's some few like key points or locations on the house where you see termites.
So, you know, back traps. That is the, in a traditional slab home, there are holes in the concrete slab where the plumbing fixtures are brought in the house, you know, like around a bathtub or sink drains and that kind of stuff where the plumbing comes in and out of the house. And those places can sometimes be overlooked because the plumber comes back and moves that soil and that bath truck after the house, the building process, you know, the liquid pre-treat is done before any concrete's poured. Well, the plumber's there 2-3 months later and disturbs all that soil. So, you know, in a perfect world, those get treated after that, but that doesn't always happen. So then, you know, a few years down the road, that makes for a place for termites to access the house fairly easily. So that's...
I've also seen, so on the outside of a house, drippy faucets.
That's exactly where I was going. Condensation lines. We see a lot of leaky condensation lines from the air conditioner, from the compressor. Did I do it right?
Yes.
Condenser. Doggone it, I said the wrong word. Okay, so, like, I knew that word.
Condensation.
Yeah, I know, it's my fault, I'm sorry. I know the word. I could see it in my head, but I couldn't say it in my words. Okay, anyway, point being, why is water around the exterior of a house a problem for termites?
Well, it's back to, you know, the termites need that moisture to survive. So if you give them a nice wet location right up against your house, that makes them easy for them to have a colony right there because there's a good moisture
sweet drinks and food.
Yeah, so, you know, and one thing people don't think about is that nice, beautiful flower bed right up against your house that you put wood mulch in that can possibly get termites. So, and then you keep that watered daily for them. So, you know, that's, as we call them, conducive conditions. But, you know, condensate lines that are dripping just right against the foundation.
That's like the only thing I did this year was put in wood mulch and some flowers.
Hey, I have wood mulch right up against my house too. I mean, it's your house, you want to live in it, you want to make it beautiful and all of that stuff. I just wanted it to be cute with some yellow pots. But there's a few of those things that just make the house more attractive to termites as well.
So carpet peel makes termites happy. Cool. All right, so you take your little flashlight. This is what you do. You go to the inspection. You take your little flashlight. Better if I leave the lights on or off?
It doesn't matter.
You don't care. Okay, so you take your little flashlight and you're looking all up and down the walls. You look behind some of the furniture if you can, but you don't destroy any property. You're super careful with people's personal belongings. I know closets. It seems like closets are one of the places that's hardest for you to inspect because they're always filled with stuff.
They can be pretty full.
But it seems like, I feel like we see termite activity in closets quite a bit. Probably because we have it filled with our boxes of our pictures or boxes of things we haven't unpacked from our move, right?
And it would seem, you know, I kind of noticed that they tend to be more evident in undisturbed areas. So when you have that closet that's full of stuff that never gets touched.
Oh, of course, because they're not being bothered.
Right.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
I don't know that that's always the case, but a lot of times
It makes some sense.
It does. All
Brian,
right,
are you getting all excited about
let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Homeowners and business owners, do you want to know how to extend the life of your home or commercial building? Call APC LLC in Woodward. APC specializes in installing high-quality 5-inch and 6-inch seamless guttering and custom commercial guttering. Whether it's a small system or a large system, APC can help. Call APC LLC at 580-571-2384. That number again is 580-571-2384 for all your seamless gutter needs.
Our home is usually our largest investment, and we insure it against damage. One unseen destructive force not covered by most insurance policies is termites. which can infest a house for years before being detected. Termites cost U.S. homeowners an estimated $5 billion annually in treatment and repairs. Using the Centricon termite bait system, JCP Services can protect your home from the threat of a termite infestation. Call 580-334-5380. Again, 580-334-5380.
Stop in to Modern Appliance on Main Street today to see powerful Maytag brand kitchen appliances available in a finish inspired by cast iron. Cast iron black is a hard-working, matte finish that is as tough as it is timeless, so you can trust it to help resist scratches while helping hide fingerprints and minor dents, and stand up to the everyday. Add an iconic look to your home with cast iron black kitchen appliances from Maytag brand. See it at Modern Appliance, 2102 Main, or online at modernappliancewoodward.com.
For 150 years, Sherwin-Williams has been an industry leader in the development of technologically advanced paint and coatings. As the nation's largest specialty retailer of paint and painting supplies, Sherwin-Williams is dedicated to supporting both your do-it-yourselfers and painting professionals with exceptional products, resources to make confident color selections, and expert personalized service that's focused on your unique project needs. Sherwin-Williams is your neighborhood paint store. Stop by and see them, 2101 Oklahoma Avenue, or call them 580-256-5861.
All right, we are back. We have a guest. School's out.
Yes. All right, Cecily Cook. Are you a favorite?
Probably.
Probably right now for sure, because you're the only one here, right? Okay, Cecily, do you have a question for Jake?
Yes. What do I do if I have termites in my house?
Well, I'm going to say the first thing is don't panic.
That never helps, does it?
It doesn't help, and it just makes it more stressful. Termites are super common. I mean, they're everywhere. So, and kind of my motto is if you own a house, it's not if you have to deal with termites, it's just when. It's an eventuality. They're common enough. They're kind of like ants. They're just everywhere all the time. So eventually you will have to probably deal with termites if you own a house. So the next thing is call a professional. I mean,
absolutely.
Don't go to Walmart and buy something. I mean, termites, the insect themselves, are pretty easy to kill. Mm-hmm. Any commercial bug killer is going to kill them. But your chance of actually getting to the insects with just a spraying around your house, you're not going to touch any of them. So call a professional. It's not a DIY project.
All right, so I call you. What are you going to do at my house?
Well, we'll do an inspection, evaluate for sure that it is termites, not something else. And then, there's a couple different treatments options available. The kind of the old standard that's been around for years, for as long as we've been treating for termites, is a liquid treatment. And your goal there is to create a complete barrier in the soil around your house to stop access. And another treatment, and one that we offer that we've had great success with I think we've been using it for 3 or 4 years now, is the Centricon bait system, which it's been around for 25 years now, I think, and has a proven track record. And it is non-invasive. Mm-hmm. The bait system goes out in the yard, and it provides a food source for the termites that just so happens to be a poison.
Right.
And it doesn't just kill the insect that eats it. They feed on it, take it back to the colony, and then poison out the entire colony. So with a bait system around the house, and after it's been installed for 6 months to a year, there's no termite colonies around your house anymore. And
I keep up with that. So we were talking. I mean, my garage. I don't know what I've got, but I'm just going to have you look at it. So if you come back and you say, hey, you need a bait system, I'm going to have you install a bait system, and then I have you monitor it. So in 12 months, you're going to come back and service it, so to speak. Right.
Yeah, we inspect where we saw termite activity. If that's the case, if we're treating an active infestation, we'll inspect that, make sure that it's not active anymore, and then we will go through all the bait stations and replenish any bait or whatever the system needs to be fully maintained. So, and like I said, so far we've had tremendous luck with it. It's worked great for us for doing its job, get rid of termites.
It's been an interesting process to watch you bring Centricon into our area, because it was very foreign. Ryan and I have talked about how whenever we had started real estate, that was so foreign to us, we thought this was crazy. And watching, and the affordability of the system is paramount to me, because I would see my sellers struggle with trying to find the funds to pay for a more traditional termite treatment. And now the affordability of Centricon has me not freaking out thinking, I don't know if those are scratches on my walls or if I've got a problem.
Right,
And
yeah,
so I
it's-
think that's super cool, and we appreciate that service.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing, and it's great that we can offer that to the community and help people out.
Absolutely.
So,
All right, we're down to the wire.
Yep. We appreciate you being here today, and if you guys have a question about termites, give us a call.
Your new favorite, Classic Hits 107.3 KLSI Moreland Woodward. Tell a friend.